File open. Marble Madness. No, no. Cancel. File open. Recent. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay, my audio is working. Nice. Where is it? Okay, so Control X, Control V, replace. Yes. Okay. Great. One player. Let's name myself Rosley. ROSLY. Okay, so I'm just gonna play normally, and then we'll start doing load save state stuff later. It's really important to kind of zoom in this first level, which I'm not doing here. Wait, are there teleports or something? How does that work? So 65 is good. And then I'm able to just avoid this thing, and then if we go... Oh shit. If we go this direction, it's slightly faster. Okay, just jump at me, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go over this bridge. Nope. Dang it. Okay, and then it's faster to go this way, even though it's more difficult. Yep, as you can see, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, alright. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Back. Yep. Okay. How do I load a state? What are you doing, ball? Config, map hotkeys. Stuff I just press 0. What? NES resets. Okay. ROSLY. Okay. Okay, don't fall off, don't fall off. Great. Yep. Oh, I don't have the camera on. I'll fix that later, I guess. 65. It's much, much harder to avoid this ball in the arcade version. Let's see. There we go. Alright, great. Now, hopefully I can take this faster route without falling off. Only one. Okay, great. And then... Nope. I still think it's faster to fall off a couple times here than it is to take the longer route. And then, in the arcade version, this section's impossible. In this version, it's much less impossible. He said, falling back in. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. Alright, well. How do I... Okay, map hotkeys. Save state to slot 0. Okay, save state is you. Okay, so NES reset. I'm just gonna, at this point, yep. Okay, that's pretty good. 51 is not terrible. Okay. Okay, actually, I can save a state here. 65 is about as the best I've gotten. And then load state. Select state. What? How do I load state? Load state. Okay, load state. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if I can make this without falling too much, then we should be good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was on me. Okay, here we go. Nope. Okay, great. Okay, 34, not terrible. Now we just need to not fuck this up. We didn't fuck it up, nice. 29 is not terrible. I'm not going to save state that though, because I know I can do better. So yeah, 64. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, this section is much harder on the arcade version. I'm still getting got by these, but okay, great. Okay, right. So I can just jump. No, I don't understand how jumping works in this game, like, at all. Heck. It appears to want you to be able to, but I just can't do it. Okay, so let's see. How do I line this up? Okay, that was good enough for me to... Okay, yep. Great. Time bonus, 1400. Yeah, because I got 14 seconds. Okay. I don't even know the layout of this one necessarily. I know it's just, like, weird. Oh, wait, no, I think I've done this, like, once before off stream, right before I went live. Yep, you get my time bonus. Great. Nope. Okay. And these things, I don't know, they, like, suck you in, I guess? What? I'm not entirely sure. And then you want to... Yep. Okay. Carefully. Nope. Nope. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. That was good enough. Nope. Okay. Yeah, these fucking pegs. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, nope. 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 Oh my god. Okay, let's load state. Let's try going a different way. Don't get eaten. Okay, we can make this cycle. Oop. Alright, still got. Alright, we got a little time bonus. Nice. Fuck. Okay, so this way might be faster, actually. I'm not sure. might be faster my current skill level. Oh my god. It's not falling off. I've heard the 45-degree angle control scheme is more helpful sometimes. Because I'm doing 90 degrees. Okay, let's just gonna let it stay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay. Okay, great. Now we can also pick this path and then wait for this to fall down. Oh, fuck. Wait for this to fall down. Alright, there we go. And then take this slower path. Great, so now, just don't fall off. Great. Nope. This section is the worst. Like, the number of seconds I've lost just to, like, this specific section, probably more than anything else. I'm just gonna load state. Oop. Okay, load state. Okay, this way is faster. Okay, I missed the cycle. Okay. Come on, there we go. Alright, there we go. Nice, time bonus. I have no idea what the reasons for the time bonus are. Like, I don't know when it happens or why. I think it doesn't happen on the other path, though. Maybe it's, like, if you haven't fallen off in a while, or, like, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look it up. Alright, now we just need to not fall in the hole. Great. Oh, I didn't turn my camera on. Let me do that real quick. Cool. I can't really make this faster. I think there's a way to not bounce off the wall so much, but I don't know what it is. We're just gonna... Oop. Okay, so it is possible to get over there. I don't know what that does for you. Alright. Nope. Alright, yep. These guys are still annoying, even in their significantly nerfed state from the... Because they just, like, move randomly, or if they don't move randomly, then it's hard to identify what the pattern is. Okay. Okay. Alright. Nope. Anyway, we got here. Which is reasonably... Okay. Nope. And then this is the part that... Okay, so, like... Let's see. Right, there we go. Nope. Load state. Load state. Load state. Load state. What is the strat here? I think just anything that gets me down here without falling. Nope. Nope. Okay. Alright, there we go. Great. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, okay, we take those. Oh, I have to do this whole thing over again? Okay, let's just take the riskier path, why not? Alright, there we go. Oh. Can't get the momentum to... Blood state. Nope, blood state. Alright, there we go. We're stunned, doesn't really matter though. We can make the cycle. Nice. Okay, you know what? Let's... Okay. Let's up. Alright. Okay, there we go. We can just... Nope. Okay, so that shorter path is not really available to me because I... Oh, don't fall off. Not really available to me because I waste so much time falling off there. Oh my god, okay. I just need to get past this first section without falling off. Right? There we go. And then... I did not miss this cycle. We're gonna go here. Great. Alright, there we go. Okay, there we go, great. Okay, so now just try not to go on the... There we go. 35 is not bad. Okay, so now, okay, we're got... But actually, I might want to make a state here. I think I wasted 2 seconds trying to make the state. I should have paused first or something, but... I think we can make this work. Nope. One of the issues with like learning this game is that every level is fucking weird in a different way. And so like skills don't transfer as well as they might in say like a beat 'em up. Alright, so nope. Nope. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we can load the state. Here we go. Okay, that was actually pretty smooth. Great. Okay, great. There we go. Now just don't fall off here. Oh, too late. Alright. Oh, okay. Great. We take those. Womble. Okay, aerial race. Oop. Okay, sure, whatever. Should I save state there? Maybe? I can always, well, no, I guess, okay. Nope. I need to, oh, nope, not quite. Good enough, alright. Alright, and these fucking things, okay. Just... I don't understand how you're supposed to get through these. Okay, well I got through them. And then I think you are required to be pushed by these somehow? Like this is what I was talking about, like the weird bullshit will just kill you and not like you won't learn anything, you'll just die. Yeah, I probably should have just done a state. That'll probably be a high score. Okay, great. Load state. Oh my god, okay. Nope. No. Alright, let's state. Let's state. Load state. Okay, we got bonus time for reasons. Great. Nope. Okay, great. So this is at basically 45, so we can just press those two keys, and then press these two keys, and then I can die anyway. Great. Alright. Nope. God, okay. Right. Nope. Is there some other way to... Okay, so there is a slow way. Okay, so we can just... I think that is actually going to be better on average because I'm dying so much. Actually, yes. You config video close. Okay, it's still cropped. And it's also blurred because it's not pixel perfect. Alt enter. Okay. Okay, so this is not as good as my previous run, so we're not gonna save state here, I think. And then we just, no. Okay, whatever, we take those, and then, yep. And then I still don't know how these things work. I think it's just like proximity based, maybe? You know, that one's on a cycle. Do I need a walkthrough? I probably need a walkthrough. Okay. I did say my means necessary, so after... Okay, so... No, I want to be sent forwards. Yeah, okay. I can't... Okay, yeah. Okay, let's find a browser window. Right, let's it has to exist, right? Marble Madness NES. Start by bad typing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're just actually we'll start over from the beginning with the walkthrough. There we go. Please work. All right, beautiful. Okay, flying birds. Okay, let's see. First level accounts, start at the top, okay. The short hard path is preferred. Okay. Okay, aerial course, here we go. Okay, then move faster. Let it launch you, won't hurt you. Okay, let's watch a video. This is not helping me very much. What do you mean 101? Okay, 13 minutes, great. We can... Here we go.
Hello class, and welcome to this Marble Madness NES walkthrough / guide right here on Video Games 101 by way of Let's Play with Brigands. I'm your instructor, Professor Brigands, and always loved this game as a kid. So much fun to just pick up and play. It's such a fun premise. I could play 50 levels with this gameplay. Marble Madness has 6, but we do have tips designed to get you through to the end. Yes, gratifyingly, this game does indeed have a definitive end. Not an ending necessarily, but still. But it is tricky.
Okay, so you can't just jump that with fast enough movement?
Or out of practice with this game. It's one of those games, again, it's easy to pick
Schmovement.
up, difficult to master. So, in terms of difficulty, I'm going to give Marble Madness on a scale of 1 to 10 a 6 out of 10, which on the frustration scale equates to biting down and then throwing your controller across the room, probably because you were within a marble's length of that finish line on the ultimate race, the final race before time ran out. That certainly warranted that kind of response. I'm sure I had that response quite a few times as a kid, but we've got all the tips to get you across that literal finish line. Fluff has a number of interesting facts about this game, the development, just a lot of things I didn't know before this.
Okay.
Number of players. You'll be presented with the option to choose 90 or 45 degree controls. And with an explanation of how that affects your marble, let's go to Blaze.
It's Blaze's best here in Item Sky. Alright, at the start you have the choice between 90 degrees and 45 degrees for your marble. If you choose 90 degrees, the controls will handle as you would expect. Up is up, down is down, and so on. Should you choose the 45 degree option, I guess this being an isometric kind of game, it more fits in line with that. The way to interpret this is everything gets shifted clockwise one position. I recommend 90 degrees. That's how I roll. No pun intended.
Cool. 90 degrees. We would take those.
The difference between 90 and 45 here in Marble Madness.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you, Blaze. We're going to stick with 90 degrees, but yeah, don't fault anyone for going 45 degrees. There's no straightaways which go up, down, left, right. With this being isometric, everything is going down and to the right, down and to the left, and so on. So, but we are sticking with 90 degrees ourselves. So this first course is the practice course. The amount of time you complete this in has no bearing on anything else. Later on in the game, every time that we beat a course, the amount of seconds we have left on the clock will be applied to our next race. So this is the time to catch your breath, figure out what's going on, figure out the controls.
Okay, because I thought it did matter.
Controls for Marble Madness. Incredibly simple. The movement has the asterisk
So squished.
because it depends on whether you went 45 or 90. So Blaze already covered that. We can pause the game to start and hold down A to initiate turbo. There's no limit to how much turbo you can use in this game, but speaking of turbo, let's take a look at the Briggs notes. These are the keys to beating this game for this Marble Madness NES walkthrough.
Okay, so I haven't tried turbo at all. Let's try that. All right. Yep. What does turbo even do? Okay. All right, let's try some more turbo stuff. Yeah, so it's just because I put B in that. Okay, so it's just this button to. All right, you get 65 no matter what. Oh, okay. Okay, great. I think with the turbo button, straightaways might be more helpful actually with than the hard section that I can't do. Okay, well that doesn't count. Alright, there we go. Oh, okay. Alright, let's just honestly just reset. Great. Okay, that's a new record. I got an extra second there. We can work with this. Okay, and okay, just turbo. So yeah, turbo just makes me go a little faster, and it works best in a straight line. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, getting stunned doesn't affect you permanently. If you fall off or fall too far, you will shatter, and that's bad. Okay, there we go. So I think also controlling my momentum by not holding, just like tapping. That's helping. And then maybe turbo will help with no. Not falling off here. Okay, so I still don't have a foolproof technique for clearing this. No. Okay. All right, there we go. That works. It's gonna leave me with very little time for the next level, but that's fine. We're just practicing. Okay, great. 43. I got it bouncing so much. Okay. Getting a little bit more fluent with the controls. Alright, there we go. And turbo here a little bit. Alright, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna take the safer route here because fuck that green thing. It's not actually faster if you fall off the whole time. Alright, there we go. I got 10 seconds. Okay, so I think we need to use the turbo to do the jumps here. So this one just, yeah, you spawn with momentum. Alright, I guess respawning kills that momentum, so that's something. Alright, yeah, these things, don't touch them for very long, and you're good. Turbo, oh. Let's see if we turbo a little, nope. Got it, okay. There we go, nope. Nope. There we go, and I fell off. Okay, great. If we can... Nope. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so I can get across there. Okay, so... Literally just hold turbo, go straight. Yep. Okay, great. So yeah, let's practice the turbo some more. Okay, so I went too fast. I scrolled faster on the screen. Alright, there we go. 52 isn't terrible. I wonder if getting onto one of those patches actually does anything. Guides have so far not mentioned it. Okay, I've got 65. Oh my god, okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh, okay, that's a new one. Alright, there we go. Okay, okay. Okay, so I lost all my time on that last section with the ball in the middle thing. Hole in the middle. Hi, uranium? Is that how it's going? Is that how you say that? Hello, yeah, I'm playing Marble Madness, and you can tell because I am in fact succumbing to the madness in the in the title. Okay, I got a little extra time. All right, there we go. 31 seconds. Out of curiosity, uranium, which isotope are you? 66. Oh, I want to save. Oh shit. Did I? Nice. I loaded a state. Okay, so this is not the same run. Whoops, I meant to save a state. 232. Okay, good choice. I just realized I don't actually know what the isotopes mean. I just know that it's like there's like a bunch of them, and some are more dangerous than others. All right. Oh gosh. As you can see, this game is slightly difficult. And so you see that green sine wavy thing? We are going to be completely ignoring that. I'm taking safe routes for now. Alright, there we go. And alright. Nope. I promise you I'd be falling way more. Alright, 19, not ideal for this next level, but we'll get, I think, 35 seconds more. No, just 30, okay. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so, alright, try not to fall off, try not to get too far close to these vacuums. This jump right here is, okay, so turbo doesn't help. This is one of those, okay, so maybe if I turbo into it and then, okay. Alright, that's good enough. It does get me to where I want to go. Alright, there we go, boom. So yeah, I don't think I've explained this. So basically, this is on the NES. You use the D-pad for everything. Oh fuck. Okay, there we go. I think that's the first time I've actually gotten that. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it here, but this is the furthest I've gotten. It's not gonna be a high score, I don't think, but okay, there we go. Let's watch some more of that tutorial.
First, slow and steady like most racing games on the NES. Take your time going around corners. Do not use turbo when you're going into corners, when you're making turns. And that's Briggs note number 2, alternate on and off responsibly and effectively. And lastly, know how to deal with obstacles and traps. That's what we're covering from here on out, trying to beat these subsequent races as quickly as possible, starting with beginner race. I like to go left to right for the start right there, holding down A for that
okay, this guy's going pretty fast.
Ramp, avoiding these baddies, waiting for that ramp to drop down.
Okay.
You can
so what's the technique
go left here or take the little chute. I like the chute. It's a little bit faster, but gotta have a little bit of pace coming into get over some of the hills right there in that little section. It's a little tricky. Here I like to
just hug the wall, yeah.
The top of this little area right here, and
okay, so that is 10 seconds faster than I was able to do it.
Get through without dropping off, being deposited into that pit, which will just send you back to where you died, essentially. So
okay, so let's just
yeah.
Alright, there we go. Boom, boom. I have to look up which one uranium 232 is. Like, is that the one used in fission, or is it just like a regular standard sort of everyday uranium? Okay. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay, so wait, left or right? we got the cycle here. Whoop. Alright, there we go. Bum. Okay, just hugging the side. Okay, hugging the side. If I can make that. Oh my God, okay. If I can make that work. Nope. Nope. I just. Nope. Okay, let's just restart. Sometimes I can get through that obstacle no problem, and other times it's just like impossible. I don't know exactly why, but nope. Alright. Good enough. You said this one was faster? Okay. Come on. Nope. Alright, we're gonna take a long way here. Go. Nope. 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 It's hard to... I think this is literally my, at least for me, the most difficult obstacle in the game. Alright, so that's something. Okay, great. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, so we can take this path here, nice. Alright, we go. Okay, we should have just barely enough time to take this slower path if I don't... Well, okay, so that was where I was going to respawn no matter where I fell off, so... Okay, we're going to start the next race with just like 0 fucking time. Okay. Yep. I should start doing save states again. What was it to use U to start a save state? So it doesn't... So practice level time remaining doesn't matter, so I think I will just start skipping this one. Wait, actually, can I... Okay, no, Oh, okay, you can't actually reach those because if you go past the goalposts. Alright. Is there a way to jump it, maybe? Worth checking. Alright, go. Okay, come on. There we go, nice. Okay. So he said this one was faster, so I'll believe that. Oh, nice. Okay, we can take this path and then just alright, okay. That is sort of faster? Question mark? Nope. Unclear. Nope. There we go. Great. I didn't set up a save state. This is better than I was doing last time. I do have more tools in my pocket. There's a cheat code I can put in that'll give me infinite time to just learn the levels. Okay, let's try the faster ray. No. Alright. Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. What can I do different? Is there a way to whoop? Okay, these don't do anything. Great. Okay, cool. So, alright, let's start. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, I guess I'm state loading here. Okay, that's fine. You know what? This is a pretty favorable state. I could just load from here. Alright, there we go. Now we just take the slow road. Alright, shoot. Oh, nope. Oh, come on. Wait, how do I... Nope. Okay, because if I spawn here, then... Okay, so why did it work that time? Okay, whatever. Okay, 21. I can do better than 21. I want to leave at least 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, that might actually have been faster than doing it normally. Probably not, but close. Okay, great. Oop. Nope. Okay, this is probably not going to leave 30 seconds on the clock, but that's fine. At some point I want to do a full game run, and I'm going to need to practice this level. Great. Nope. Nope. Okay, this was even worse than my last attempt, but if I make it to the goal, I'll call it good. Alright, there we go. I think anything better than 21 I'll take. Like, literally 22 I'll take. Alright, there we go. Nope. Okay, great. Got through the slimes really easily. Come on. So we just... I don't fully understand what I need to do to... Okay, there we go. It's cool that I accidentally got it on the loop, so it like went around. That was kind of fun. All right, let's see. So, whoop. All right, whatever. Nope, come on. Nope. Okay, got teleported slightly ahead. Nice. Okay. Nope. I got teleported slightly behind. Alright. Okay. Okay, you can use this wall, and then I can turbo. Come on. What am I doing here? Nope. I don't fully understand what this... Okay, so 20... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. Let's just go to the next level. Okay, so 50 seconds. We... Nope. Nope. Oh my god, okay. Nope. Let's see if I can get this first try. Oh, okay, well, we landed on the platform, which means we get to stay there. Nope. Okay, great. Nope. Okay, great. Now we just need to... Oh, okay. No, we just need a line... Whoop. Alright, there we go. Line... Nope. Line this one up. And I just run out of time. Okay. Okay, let's see. I remember... Okay. And I think the simulator supports Game Genie. Okay, great. Cheats. Game Genie, there we go. Boom. Hopefully that worked. Okay, so it just doesn't tick down. Great. So now this means I can't lose. I can just practice it as at my heart's leisure. Obviously, it's gonna fuck up my high score, but that's fine. Nope. Like, I think if I got high scores legitimately, it would be literally impossible to beat what I'm doing right now. Okay, so if we can stay on the edge... Oh, okay, that works. You take those. Okay, so you can only get 99 seconds. Alright, great. Shoot. Dang it. Okay. We... You know what? Let's practice. Let's practice the hard route. Act like it's like gonna end my run. Oop. Okay, let's see. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so I see the advantage here. Okay, great. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Alright. Whoop. Nope. Okay, great. Nope. Okay. Come on. This is rough. What's the logic behind these guys anyway? Okay, line up. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, great. So here's where I usually be running out of time. Nope. Oh shit, how do I... Do I just... Okay, so... How many patterns? Okay, so yeah, I would just be dead here if I was actually playing for... This is mean. Can I just, like, fucking nail it? Okay, just... Nope. No matter where I fall in... Okay, there we go. Just hit turbo, slam through it, and hope for the best. Okay, there we go. Yep, time bonus 9,900. Silly level. Everything you know is wrong. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that means. How are you supposed to sight read this if you're on a time crunch? Okay, so that goes up. Okay, so that... Nope. Nope. What the fuck? What? Okay, silly level is gonna kill me. Like, even with infinite lives, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. Nope. Nope. Oh my god, now stop spawning me over there. Okay, and I gotta worry about the fucking birds. And then I guess I go this away. Okay, so that... Does that get me there? I have to... Wow, this music sucks, by the way. This level isn't even that silly. Oof. think I do need to turbo it here. Okay, I need to... Okay. Don't. Okay, that did something. What's this green? What's this blue stuff? What does it do? Is that ice? What is this stuff? Okay. So this looks like normal floor. Okay, I have to go past this this slime thing. This feels like it's like as hard as all of the other levels put together. Jesus. Okay, so I got through that without issue. There's my rival ball. Oh, okay. Just... How do I... Wait, no, the platforms are fucking... Okay. What? What do I even... I am marbling again. Yeah, so I'm playing the NES version, which is easier, and as you can see by the timer not ticking down, I am playing with cheats. Because, trust me, I would not be getting to this level without cheats. Alright, there we go. So that's... Please stay... No. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of... Okay, so you gotta... Yeah. No! Stop! Do I even have ground on there if I can't use it at all? Nope. I think I might also be getting some minor frame dips from all of this. Yeah, there's a reason this game only has 6 levels, and it's because they're all like the last half of them are just fucking impossible. Like imagine trying to sight read this. Like imagine you get past level 5 and it's just like, okay, figure it out, asshole. This game also doesn't have continues, so if you fail, you're starting right back over. Like, no matter how many coins you have in your pocket, you're not gonna be able to just... Oh my god. Okay. Nope, okay. Nope, I can't. You have to do some very odd movements here, because you have to stop your momentum, like... Okay. Nope. Yeah, if I was playing without cheats, even if I got to this level, I would have lost very, very quickly already. Alright. My hot take is that Marble Madness should have more than 6 levels, and most of them should be easier. Like, even this game, which, you know, there's a lot of things that make it easier, excluding the cheats that I'm using. Just... Why... Whose idea was this? What? Unsweet... Oh, yeah, unsweetened peach tea. So is it sweet or is it not sweet? Do they take the peach and unsweeten it? Like what is it? Tell me what it is. I would love to know. Is the tea unsweet and then you sweeten it with a peach, or what does an unsweet peach even taste like? Yeah. Okay, then you add but because okay, but if you add the peach, it'll become sweet, right? Like, that's how that... Alright. Sweet, half unsweet. Okay. The issue with unsweetened peach tea is that it's like the peach itself is sweet. So you start with. It's like asking for like an unsweetened coffee and then with some syrup in there. Anyway, have you played this part? Do you know any tips or tricks to like not just flail here? Because I have to like. Yes, it is. Okay, so all you need to know is bottom if you're right. This path is going, and I just need to follow it all the way. So I need to wait for the cycle where it like puts this here, and then I think that the NES is, I could look it up. I think that the NES is like a fairly faithful port. Yeah, sure. Marble Madness speedrun. So this is the 360 version. All right, here we go.
There's a frame rule on that.
Yep. So this is the 360 version, which is like arcade accurate. It is. Yeah. It is exactly like this.
Just in case.
Yep. So yep. There we go. Boom. Yeah. So he's just. Is it? What were they? No, you're right. That is Marble Madness. Okay, yeah, sorry. Same guy, different version of the game. Okay, so it's exactly the same. That the blocks are just easier to look at. Yeah, let's just yeah, because like it's basically. The version differences are double the resolution and a little bit like the music is a little bit nicer. The details are a little bit sharper, but yeah, like the way I'm trying to track it is just where's my emulator? Just like one step at a time. Like don't even look at the whole thing. Just look at the next block you have to do. Which, admittedly, I'm not doing so hot. I need to, like, either go really slowly or, like, reverse when I hit that block or something. It's also worth noting, like, the NES has a D-pad, right? And so I'm using my computer, like a keyboard, but, so, like, this was... Okay, that was better. Yeah, if you like wobble on the edge, you'll get like a little bit of stun. But unlike the arcade version, stun in the NES version doesn't actually do much to you. Yeah, no. As far as I understand it, like Marble Madness. So the original Marble Madness for the arcade was written in C, and I don't think at the time there was a C compiler that would have like supported it. But at its core, the game isn't that complicated. I actually read an article basically on all of the ports of the game, and there's a couple that are like they're limited by the fact that you need to go through a loading screen between. Yes, it was. Yeah, it's a little bit like kind of historic on the C front. There's a couple games where you it was limited by the fact that you had to like. What do you call it? Screen transitions or loading screens. So it wasn't fluid. But as far as I understand, this game's been ported to basically every contemporary computer, and none of them were atrocious. All of them were fairly accurate. Like obviously the NES hardware is missing a few bells and whistles that the Atari system had for video games, but it's I almost want to like start like save stating every block or something. Where's I can pull up the article. I think it's one of the oh fuck. I think it's something that used like something below EGA, like VGA, like it was like the pink and blue something or other, that also used screen transitions. I'd have to look it up. I can find the article. It's not that out there. It's really funny too because there's so many ports and the author just got bored of spec. I think I'd have to. Okay, I just have to find the article again at some point. He was just like, yeah, all of the ports are basically the same, and it's only like nitpicking that can tell you one from the other. And I'm bored of this same screenshot of level 1 that I'm taking of every port. And it's really funny because the review ends with like even if you're playing a good port of this game, is this game like that good? It's like alright, you know. It's... God. It's not helped by the fact that I don't have any room to move on this left, like the far side. Let's see. All right, there we go. More info. Yeah. Like obviously, this game is the first thing. Like the first entry in the genre that bears its name. Like I've played. Let me put it this way, right? Like it's not like bad by any means. I've played it on original hardware, and it's, you know, it's pops and quarters in there, and you get to the second or third level, and like, okay, well, maybe I'll do other things. Like obviously knowing what I know now about the game, I think I've played. You know, I think I do still want to play more of it on original hardware, but there's just like not that much to it. And like the thing that like gives it staying power is not like its quality or its depth, but just it's really fucking hard. Like even just beating this game is an accomplishment, especially since they're like there's no. I guess you can't put a checkpoint on these moving things because you just like 50% of the time your guy would just fall. Oh, actually, no. There's an effective checkpoint right here because this block isn't moving. So if I just, all right, nope. I have to be really fast and really accurate, and I have to start. Okay, so I have infinite time, so I can. Oh, nope. If I get the corner. Also, like 2 blocks wide is sort of the minimum that you can even like do. Like 3 blocks is comfortable. If you know what you're doing, but 2 blocks is. You can see actually they switched to 3 blocks for the second section. I hope that if you fall off after this, like if you get to the second section, there's a checkpoint. I would assume so. Expectedly, yeah. I don't know a ton about vintage computers. Was the Speccy a Z80 based thing? Because I know the Z80 had like a pretty serious Achilles heel compared to the 6502 and the 6800. Apparently its keyboard is also, like, god-awful. I think this, as I understand it, the Speccy is basically the same philosophy as the Atari 2600, where it's like, you know, all computer parts are expensive, but most people just want a computer. Yeah. Rather than, like, the best computer. Oh. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tools, cheats. How do config display sound. Cool. All right. So we're just gonna play some other sound. Let's see. Not Marble Madness. Jesus. Lowest clock variant. There we go. Gaming. Actually, okay, so I guess I can't just mute the music. I have to mute the entire game. Yeah, because the 65, not the 65, the slightly, okay. Well, I think clock, like raw clock speed doesn't matter because the Z80 also had like weird bus issues because it was like, because the bus was like like a true 8-bit bus. Like the 6502 has a 16-bit address bus that's like a little annoying because you need to like it's not super convenient to use, but the raw throughput is there, so you can, because you do need 65 or do need 16 bits of memory to do any real computing. The Atari 2600 had literally 128 bytes of memory. So if you send a Blue Sky tweet, is it C80? Okay, I'd have to wait. I thought it was a 6502. System on a chip, CPU. What are you? Okay, it's a clone of... It's a Z80 clone. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Because I know the Game Boy wasn't exactly a gaming powerhouse, you know, I guess for like a full fat computer rather than just a gaming system, losing to the Game Boy is a little embarrassing. Oh. Yeah. So I was close on that one. Yeah, I think this Monkey Ball's music is helping. 1982 versus 1989. Yeah, like I was looking at the Atari 2600 as sort of a base. Like I eventually want to be able to make games on the Super Nintendo, but basically all the documentation for the Super Nintendo was like, hey, we're just going to assume you've already made a Nintendo game. So I was like, fine, fuck it, whatever. I'll just make a Nintendo game. And I haven't gotten very far with that, but in the process of finding like good code, because the Atari 2600 uses the same CPU, and so like a lot of the basics are the same, and the 2600 is like fairly well documented. I was looking into it and just okay, that does not surprise me. At this point, the reason I want to do Super Nintendo stuff is I don't feel like grabbing it, but I have a Super Nintendo flash card, which was not cheap, and I mean I need to buy a Super Nintendo itself, but like my eventual intent is to develop for like other, you know, obviously a Super Nintendo was very, very widely distributed. Some people think it's the best console of all time. But I want to play around with the Atari Jaguar. That might be fun. Oh, dang it. There. What was the V-Smile? I want to make a game for the V-Smile, and I want to like make a 3D printed clone of its controller thing. That does not surprise me. Yeah, because she made was it Wolfenstein or Doom that she made on work on the 3DO, and she was like, yeah, that fucking sucked, but I like the 3DO guys, so I'll do it for them. Okay, yeah, cause I think I remember she said that like Doom on the 3DO ran at like 50 FPS, like 15 FPS, like not even full screen. One of my favorite like gaming fun facts is that Doom for the Super Nintendo is a Doom clone because the guy who made it had no access to the original source code. I think I forget exactly what I've watched on it. I think it might have been like one of Rebecca Heinemann's, like one of her own videos or what. But dang it. I definitely know that it was not a smooth process. But yeah, the also remaking it right now. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. For me personally, the flash card I have supports. Oh, I'll just grab it. This is my flash card. It's the Super EverDrive. It supports everything that doesn't require like specialized hardware. So I think it supports battery saves and I think RAM upgrades and stuff like that, but not Super FX games and not like other stuff like that. So like mappers, yes. RAM, yes. Battery save, yes. Well, the other stuff, no. And it's a little under half the cost of like the cart that supports everything. But what's the what like Saga? I don't know. Like there's like one Super Nintendo game that like no flash cart supports. Flash cart. Is it? Yeah, that makes... Yeah, because I guess just to have more CPU horsepower or something. I know there's, like, some games that literally just straight up put a second, like a copy of the Super Nintendo CPU in there as, like, a coprocessor. Like, there's some weird shit that they... Okay, so you know what? Config, timing... Can I... Tools... Cheats, firmware... Can I, like... Yeah, that sounds right. CPU, RAM in it, directories, the input. How do I reduce the speed of the game? What is it? Savestate, movie, Lua, screenshot. How do I... Okay, NES menu. Oh, emulation speed. Okay. Slow down. 75. Okay, let's do 75. Nope. Okay, there we go. Nope, I had too much momentum there. it's gonna be it's hard to see myself doing like a single run that's not like segmented or anything, given that I'm having to play at 75% speed here, and I'm not even like even with 75% speed, I'm just not able to actually do it. Shout out to anyone who's like actually beaten this game legitimately, yeah, any version. It's not easy. Yeah, 75% is giving me a little bit of an edge. Nope. Nope. Okay, there we go. If I take it as soon as it arrives, then I get a little bit more time. Okay, I need to take that corner. Okay, so wait for the... Nope, nope. Nope. I think it's very momentum based. Like if you catch it at the right moment, then you can just like walk. Well, okay, no, we're gonna go down to 50. If I can't beat it at 50, something is wrong. Okay, how do you... Nope. Well, this is taking some getting used to. Nope. Okay. Okay, so 50% is functionally giving me input lag. Making this almost turn-based. Okay, nope. Because I can't... How do I... Right, there we go. Up, up, up. So close. This is... okay, imagine your dad, who has given you a roll of quarters so he can, I don't know what they did in the 80s, so he can see his mistress. Alright, so if I fall off here, hopefully you can, just, leaving you at the arcade for 4 hours, so he and his secretary can, get intimate, or whatever it is these folks did. And he gives you $10 the quarters, and you can't beat this game. Like, imagine being that child. Like, you get a whole roll of quarters, and your favorite game is Marble Madness. It's 1984 or whatever. And you go to the arcade, and you can't beat the game. Left player? Oh, because this is actually a 2-player game. You can play. Okay, great. Yep. So. Yeah, and that's cheated because it like the time remaining is part of your score. So like, there's no actual way to beat that legitimately. Okay, let's go back up to. See if my practice did anything for me. I mean, yeah, obviously you just pick... Okay. Obviously you just pick an easier game if that's... Wait, actually. I'm gonna just make this a bit bigger. And then crop it. Just line that up there, make that... Okay, I don't know if that's pixel perfect. Is that blurry? That looks okay to me. There we go. Oh, and if you're wondering, those numbers aren't skips or anything. You know, you don't get anything for going over there. I will say that the first couple levels do feel easier having... Okay, she said falling off immediately. Do feel easier having played the bottom half of the game. Okay, yeah, well... Oh, mouse. Yeah, there we go. It now actually does feel like... Because I'm at 100%, right? It kind of feels like I'm going in slow motion. Okay, maybe I can actually do this... I don't want to call it skip. Oh. Nope. Nope. Well, it doesn't matter because I have infinite time, but I would like to be able to do this. Oh, fuck, okay. Just give it... Okay. Oh, now I'm stuck, so I gotta... There we go. Extreme heat does feel relaxing too. I think this game maybe isn't, like... Fuck, okay. I think what might have happened... Okay, and I get the time theory, which doesn't do anything, because I have infinite time, and of course I keep falling in the pit. There we go. I think what might have happened is the people who are making this game just got too good at it, and so like, yeah, this is a normal level of difficulty. It is much easier to play this game when it's not like, and you can only go up to 99, so here's my, right, when it's not like trying to eat my quarters or resetting me every 30 seconds. And then, I wish I could track my time even with the cheats, just to know, but, But yeah, like Marble Madness, level 1, trivial. Level 2, not that bad. We're on level 3 now, and it's like, okay, what, you know, these slime things are difficult, but, you know, I can do it. It's not terrible. Yeah, what are your, like, favorite, like, just straight up fucking impossible? Can you not do that jump? No, you can't. It feels like you should be able to do that jump. What are your favorite, like, straight up fucking impossible arcade games? I know that, like, there was non-trivial incentive to cheat. In various... Oh, fuck, I got it. That's gaming right there. Radius? Huh. Oh, come on. Where do you... Yes... I'll have to play Gradius later. I think I've gotten like only past the first couple levels, but did I play that? So I was in Austin for... Oh yeah, I was in... I know I haven't played the game. I know Dot's... Do you watch Dot Level? Because her Discord is named after that. And I know nothing about it. It's just like, oh wow, this is... Or is it Terra of Lutria? Where have I heard of... Druaga. Don't worry about it. These pillars are just bullshit, by the way. I don't know what their pattern is. They just kind of do what they want. There's no obvious like set way to get through them. They like go backwards, they go forward. They just kind of do whatever. Like I might be too Mario pilled, but Druaga does... He's like the stoner who does like server stuff. Oh yeah, and these things, the only way I've figured out how to get past them is just hold the turbo button and pray. Yeah, I think I stopped watching him because his videos were like an hour long and not very... You know, like if a Cathode Ray Dude makes a 3-hour video, I'll watch it because Cathode Ray Dude videos are very, very scripted. But Druaga's videos are not. and so he was doing kind of interesting stuff. But also for some reason, I think they stopped letting him smoke weed on the videos. This is not. No, I got tired of it after I've been streaming for hour 36. Yeah, I got tired of Marble Madness music for about an hour. Yeah, Steph, this is... What am I listening to here? It's part of the Super Monkey Ball OST, yeah. Because the, one of the biggest downgrades between the arcade version and the NES version that I'm playing, because the NES version has Game Genie cheats, which is why my time isn't ticking down at all. Yeah, Monkey Ball Madness, exactly. Yeah, so just because the NES doesn't have enough sound channels to do it justice. I need to play that at some point. I mean, I've promised myself that I would play Sonic 06 at some point, like on original hardware. I was thinking it might actually be really funny to just like insist that Sonic 06 is a good video game. Just be like, hey, yeah, you know, like these loading screens, they really let you contemplate, you know, they... How do you fuck up the... That's tragic. Okay, this level is just kind of annoying. Like, my criticism is that it's, like, not silly enough. They should have turned the silly up. It's just another level. I will have to play the... I mean, I'm probably not going to play it on original hardware, but I should play the Genesis port at some version just to compare. Both, I guess both the US and the JP. Oh, come on. Can't even get across the fucking bridge. What was the game? Oh gosh, I can't remember the game where... Who was playing that game? Gosh, I can't remember. I remember I watched a streamer play it. There was this... Oh, I guess it was, I think it was Eltriok, who was playing a game on the PS1 where it was programmed really fucking poorly. To the point where basically all sound effects were assumed to be 10 seconds long. And so all of the, like, little battle noises would, like, they'd assume it was 10 seconds long and queue up, like, 10 seconds worth of music, and then it would be a 2-second sound effect. And so there'd just be, like, a hitch well loaded, and then complete silence after. I think I'd have to find it. Also, the English, the title, the game is in Japanese, but the title is entirely in English. It's half just English words and half, like, katakana loanwords. No. Oh god, you can't insult Nep. Okay, I don't know if I can find it quickly. I don't remember the name of it. What? Why are you not? No. Okay. whatever. I'll find it later. Okay. So yeah, basically what happens is, I don't know why you go into one portal or the other. It might be based on player. You basically have to build up speed here. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Nope, I missed. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Right, and I need the turbo. Yeah. It's suitably sparse because, you know, in space there's just like not a lot of stuff. Oh, also notice the sprite flicker. That's good. It's kind of charming, actually. Okay, go. Wait, I'm on the last level already. I like sort of like blink and I missed it. Just like, I guess I'm here now. Nope. There's the rival ball again. Yeah, I just beat the whole game, didn't I? Well, other than the last level. Oh yes, I would say, what the fuck is going on? Is this right? Ice physics. Okay, so I just need to. I would not add sprite flicker. So, imagine adding sprite flicker to like games where it's obviously not a. What are you? Okay, so let's just hold turbo. Nope. 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 Oh, fuck you. One really interesting aspect of this game is that they very rarely reuse stuff. It's just like the bullshit of the week. Alright, let's see. Okay, so okay, this is the easy part. Alright, go. Oh. Okay, well, practice did something. I don't know, I'm just imagining, like, a 3D game lets you do sprite flicker. Like, you just, like, get raycasts and... Yeah, like, the easiest criticism to make of Marble Madness is not that it's, like, bad or that it's too hard, because its contemporaries were, like, of similar quality and difficulty. It's just that, like, the... And these levels can't have taken up, like, that much... Like, there's no way that these levels took up that much, storage, right? I'd have to look up how big the NES card is, or... You know, I don't know the details, but... Like, the expensive part of the arcade machine is not... like, one random ROM chip. It's... like engineering it and building the big box and getting it shipped and writing the repair manual. Like there's no shortage of arcade games, even arcade games made by Atari, where they gave up on chip efficiency just for reliability or just ease of manufacturing. Oh, I mean, like all flavors of storage were expensive in 1984, which is a major reason why the Atari 2600 sucked so much. I mean, the software was pretty good. The hardware itself was just like the Atari 2600 is like barely a computer. Can I beat this without slowing it down? Okay, here we go. Oh, nope. I feel like I want to switch to 45-degree mode just for this one. Yeah, this music's kind of hype. Oh, I'm not used to it because okay, so I'm in 90-degree mode, so I know. Like, I know it was only intended to do, like, 2 things, and it was perfectly suited to that. It's just, like, even by the standards of its time, it was woefully limited. Like, the 128 bytes, like, you couldn't write a fucking spreadsheet for it. Like, a word processor would have been too much. You just couldn't... Like, other than games, yeah. But, like, that thing was designed to be the lowest cost possible, and I think the carts were, like, 2K or 4K. I assume it runs like ass, but good on them for making it exist, I guess. Yeah, once I get through this part, it's like the rest of it is actually not that bad. Everything it's basically just a straight shot. Oh, no. Nope. Yeah. I think it's also, like, basically memory was really expensive for a while and it suddenly got cheaper, and as soon as it got cheaper, computers got good again. Actually, I'm curious about this. Ow. Oh, this is kind of charming. Can't read it all, but... I guess we can just look at the arcade ROM. No, this is the official one. That looks wrong. 270 kilobytes? Is that right? This one's 100. Yeah, so I guess if you double that for more levels, which I think some of that is like the physics engine and stuff. I guess doubling that could have been like kind of expensive. I don't know. It's worth noting that, like, not only did there was a sequel that they planned and never released. And I think it, like, finally made its way out into the world recently. I have not played it at all. 2 megabytes, okay. So in 1984 prices, that probably would have been a significant chunk of the cost of the machine. I'm not sure. It's also, like, difficult to compare, you know, say, you know, home computers or the Atari 20. Oh, so close. Home computers or the Atari 2600 or anything like that to, like, arcade machines, because arcade machines, well, first of all, they rely they resemble much more like mainframe computers at the time than they do like home computers, because they were produced in such low quantities and for such high costs that, like, you sort of subtract 2 decimal places for sales numbers. So, like, 1,000 of an arcade game is either a comparable number to like I guess not a million, but like 10,000. I don't know exactly what I'm saying. Is this the original version? I'm not really paying attention to the music. I'm just trying to. I've definitely gotten better at this, but I still can't actually do it. Is Banana Mania like a PC re-release or something? I've played. I went to PAX, and PAX had like an original arcade that was in pretty good shape, other than the joystick being a little. And I think I've played a little bit of it in emulator. I have not played like any of the PC re-releases. I guess maybe they like had to remix everything for copyright or something. I know licensing for re-releases can be weird like that. Remake? What do you mean? How is it sort of a remake? Did they like add stuff, or is it like mostly the same? I think there's this one level that like I watched a video about this one level that had a URL in it, and the URL in the original broke, and then the URL in the remake broke, and then they remade it the third time with no URL whatsoever. Okay, you know what? Let's save a state. Emulation speed, put that to 35. Oh, okay. Ooh, fuck. Okay. That sounds kind of similar to the... What was it? They remade Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for 3DS. But one of the things they broke for Majora's Mask was the swimming just, like, sucks in the remake. Like, there's a bunch of... And I think there's, like, some part where you could, like, jump as the Deku in a specific way that was, like, didn't work in the remake as well. I've played, Super Mario 64 for the 3DS. Like, they recompiled it, and it runs really well. Like, it's a really fun game. Even comes with the same glitches. I watched a Pencoic video about invisible lines that you could run into, and I tested it out. Yeah, okay. Well, you see, here's the thing is, I don't actually like Ocarina of Time. It's too linear, and I don't care about the story as much. Whereas Majora's Mask, like, it has some kind of impeccable vibes. And, like, I basically did an any % run. I haven't done most of the side content. But the Majora fight is fun as hell. But from what I've seen, like, the boss fights aren't as interesting. And I know the remake also made the boss fights worse in Majora's Mask Remastered, or whatever it's called. See that? You see that? Alright, there we go. Now, oh, okay, well, I'll respawn here. Alright, great. Okay, so now we just gotta... I think the issue is that Majora's Mask, like, Ocarina of Time is much more segmented. Whereas Majora's Mask asks you to sort of use the same mechanics over and over again. And if those mechanics aren't replicated perfectly... And then, okay, let's config speed. Normal speed, okay. If those mechanics aren't re-implemented perfectly, then the parts of the game that's built around them. Also, like, they changed a bunch of stuff, and a lot of the improvements are... Like, a lot of the stuff they changed is worse. But the mandatory Goron race is still, like, the same as it ever was, and it still is just terrible. They also didn't make Blue Dog any better. You know, like, Blue Dog just can't catch a dang break. The one thing with, like, Majora's Mask... Again, I haven't played Ocarina of Time. I'm not as interested. But the one thing with Majora's Mask is, oh, fuck. The original game doesn't look great by modern standards, and the remake does. And I think there have been some efforts to sort of combine the two. Oh fuck! I keep getting so close. I don't think the turbo button will help me at all here, but frames per second. Yeah. I don't think I was I think it does have some lag. I didn't really notice it when I played. Let me see if the walkthrough can help me at all. Some music here.
Race, and you might need every last one of those, as they only give you 20 seconds to start the ultimate race here. But so come a little bit to the left here to make sure you have enough speed to turbo up that hill right there, drop in. If we're one player, we're going to be right here on the right side. Always make sure you're going straight when you hit that ice. Careful, this is very slippery, this disco looking floor here. And again, pull back to the very top of that ice right there to give yourself a little momentum, as once you're on the ice you can't control your speed or directions. And here it's just about patience. I'm not exercising patience here because I'm going for the gold, but 49 seconds to spare. We just beat Marble Madness.
Oh, he just did it. He just fucking did it. Okay, sure. Fine, bud. Okay.
And that's more than good.
Just like, yeah, just simply be good at the video game. Nope. Nope. Okay, so where's my lineup? Okay, because if I just treat it all as like diagonals, that might be easier to keep track of. So I want to be, I think, right here, and then nope, didn't go fast enough. Maybe I do want to use the just judiciously, but maybe I do want to use the turbo button. Maybe I should practice at 75. So let's do like 90. This just feels a little odd. Let me get used to it first, and then. Okay, and I only need to practice this segment because the rest of it's easy. Nope. I think if I go too close, I'll start hitting like weird frame timing issues, but nope, not quite. Nope. I feel like it's not even about like skill, it's about consistency. Okay, so there we go. We got it at 90. Let's do that again. Not quite. Nope. I feel like if I come back to the original arcade game, they're gonna be, because that doesn't have a turbo button, and so it'll just like. Okay, let's see. Nope. I feel like if I get it like 2 times in 3 or something like that at 90, I should be good to. I don't think they intended for it to be as hard as it's being for me. That would be my guess. Nope, not quite. That was close? Okay. Nope. Okay, so I need to go further down there. Nope. This song's kind of fun. Nope. I feel like if I'm gonna remake the game, it might almost be easier to remake this level than the first one, because it's all oh gosh. Nope. You need to slide into the next. Okay, so I feel like I always need to be curving, like just like sliding into the next the next turn. All right, that almost makes sense. And then for that straightaway, I need to unturn, something like that. There we go. Yeah, the cartridge broom does. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's load that state. Just always be prepping for the next turn, basically. I don't know, like, I don't mind it. It's not like that mean. I think this game actually, like, I don't like the difficulty that much, but I think the fact that the game just, like, lets you have the fact that, like, you run out of time, and the punishment for dying is, like, you lose, like, 2.5 seconds or whatever. Nope. What happened there? Nope. Yeah, I can't hesitate. Nope. I can't hesitate, and I need to parlay. Like, I need to, so that's block spawning in there early. Okay. Nope. Nope. That didn't quite work. It's kind of frustrating that, like, there's only, like, maybe 4 minutes of actual game in here, and I've been playing it for, like, over 2 hours, and that's just the stream. Like, the amount of time I've sunk into Marble Madness versus how long the game is if you actually play it correctly. Oh, that state. Nope. 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 I wonder if there's a way to just, like... Sure, nope. I guess I'd have to... Like, is there a way to make just... jump it? Nah, not really. Yeah, I don't feel like the broom is really rude. It's more like I feel like it's sort of a cartoony, like a Lakitu type of thing. Really, it's a placeholder for, like, they decided the amount of time they wanted to take away from your score, and they just, like, had that play out in real life. Like, just made an animation that was that long. And because I'm playing at 90% speed, it just feels a little longer than it should. My consistency has definitely improved, but I'm still, like, very much failing this. Okay, there we go. Yay, nice. Okay, so I think I set up, like, so it's just, like, right, there we go. Nope. I set up so it's just, like, right about to fall off. And then... Nope. Didn't turn much. Ah, dang. I hesitated too much on that one. Ah, dang it. All right. Okay, let's see if I can speed. Let's see if I can beat it like 1 time in 20 at normal speed. That is a good question. I think basically probably not that bad because yeah, I don't know, because I know that spheres are one of the easier shapes to do collision for. Like, functionally, this is a 2D game, it just happens to look 3D because of the isometric stuff. So if we just ignore the fact that it's... Oh, so close, so close. If we just ignore the fact that it's 3D, then basically you only need to keep track of one point, right? So basically you keep track of, like, this contact point. Because in 3D, you think of a sphere as basically just like a ray. Like you just, if you have 2 spheres, you have each of them cast a ray toward each other, and if those rays are shorter than the total radii of the spheres, then they're touching, and otherwise they're not. But in 2D, essentially what it is, I think you can think of it as just essentially like a point in space, and then all of the animations and stuff are essentially just to help the player visualize what's going on. And so, like, obviously moving between sprites is a little complicated to get right on the NES. Yes, I did it! I did it! Wait, did I fall off? Fuck. Okay, well, I got back on. Okay. Nope. And then, essentially, like, point versus... I think, like, point versus line or point versus rectangle are both reasonably cheap and easy to implement. I think Contra does some weird fucked up thing where it does like point versus line or point versus rectangle, only you're the point and it throws the rectangles at you. I'd have to look it up. I don't understand it well enough to implement it from scratch on my own. But I do know that like collision algorithms, even at the time, they weren't like I don't think we're ever going to solve them in terms of like there's always going to be more than one option, and sometimes you want A and sometimes you want B. But they come up so often, and they're like you don't need terribly complex ones for most purposes. So even in when did this come out? Like 85, 86? They would have just like had it pretty much solved. Like there would have been a guy in the office or a binder or something that wouldn't have been able to do it. And then, you know, there's a couple things like the marble falls at a constant rate, which is like you just update the position on screen. Yeah, like one of the things that I really like about this game is it's got a very like beautiful simplicity to it. Like I like Marble It Up, but there's just like a bunch of like there's some of the levels I don't like because they're like too long or they're too gimmicky or like make you wait for too long. And the upgrades are fun. Like I like lightning. I like the wing thing. All that stuff. But at the end of the day, I think my preferred Marble game would be something more along the lines of Marble It Up. And I need to play Monkey Ball, which is sort of, I think it's sort of a happy medium between Marble It Up being just like like every mechanic they could think of, and Super Monkey Ball, and like Marble Madness just being maybe too simple. I think that because like Monkey Ball has its own quirks. The fact that you control the stage and not the level is like it's a fun gimmick, and it makes it makes player feedback a little bit more intuitive. Especially since they didn't square off their gate, so like why is my nose so itchy? So like when you have a gate, you know, you like the 45-degree angles are more powerful, and like that's sort of an interesting wrinkle. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in there, but I think that for me, I'd like something around the complexity of Super Monkey Ball, but where you control the ball directly. Oh my god. So wait, I've only done this at full speed once. From square to octagonal? For Monkey Ball or for... What is my... I think... What does my controller use? I think it's just a circle. Yeah, there's no actual gates. Oh, okay, okay. No. I assume the gate is just like a piece, basically a piece of plastic that you can swap in or out. Dang it. Animation speed, set custom speed, let's go back to 90. Nope, I want 900, 980, 90, there we go. Nope. Yeah. Playing this game at 900% speed, I think, would kill me. I can barely play at 100%. Okay, so it's specifically that corner that keeps getting me. So let's see. Okay, so I can get... Right. Dang it. Nope. Nope. Is there any use to the turbo button here? Nope. Okay, so what? So I need to cut the corners at 45s. Nope. 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 Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and disable this. Alright, you know, let's just play for 98 seconds, why not? So I no longer have infinite time. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm still at 90. I'm still at 90% speed too. Nope. Okay, so it's more than 99 seconds because I am at 90% speed, but this does not bode well if I can't. All right, nope. This, I feel like this song kind of lines up with the beat here too. Nope. Nope. I need to, nope. Nope. Because with the original music, it does line up, sort of. No. Okay, let's, ammunition speed, normal. Nope. Dang it. Okay. Okay, let's see how far I can get. So I'm actually playing with time here. So this level doesn't actually matter. There we go. Hopefully all my practice pays off. Alright, great. Okay, we're gonna take the slower route. Great. Great, now just stick to the edge. Oh fuck, oh fuck! Super bad rust. I'm not sure what the color, yeah, I think that does sound about right. Okay, so let's see. Right. If I get to the last room, I'm just gonna declare victory because I can't do that last fucking obstacle. Alright, there we go. Bonus time, nice. Alright, there we go. Oh fuck, we're gaming. Look at that. We are gaming. Okay, I'm gonna take the slow route here. Alright, oh, dang it. Come on. Let me up. There we go. 30 seconds is fine. Okay, so we have another minute to finish this. There we go. Just don't touch anything here. All right. Nope. Ah, dang it. Nope. Okay, almost. Nope. Okay, let's see. What? Nope. Nope. There we go. Great. Nope. I think this might be where we die. Oh, okay. I think in my previous runs, this is approximately where I've died. So we are making progress here. I don't know that I'll be able to get through these hammer things. I think we just gotta pray. Alright, there we go. 7 seconds should be plenty. Alright, we did get through that. And then we get, I think, 20 seconds for the silly level, which is impossible. Whatever. Well, okay, we got an extra bonus 30 seconds. Nice. Because I think the game thinks that this is impossible without that. And I happen to agree. Nope. Okay, great. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get any other time bonuses, but got what's going on here? Alright. Why am I not able to do this? Okay, so second to last level was almost doable for me. What am I stuck on? Are my controls reversed? What the fuck's going on? Okay, so we made it through the first 4 levels, no problem. And then level 5 killed us. Which is better than I had been doing. And now the birds are a problem? Yeah. Okay. Alright, we go. Now we gotta go down here, over here. Alright, nice. Nope. Okay. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm just dying all over the place in this last level. And I still can't beat this last obstacle easily. Nope. You know, this is probably more or less accurate to how plenty of children who got this game for Christmas or whatever would have played it, you know, using the Game Genie code, but only a little bit. But like that, like the Game Genie was, you know, a very available piece of hardware at the time. I don't know exactly where you would have gotten the code, but I'm sure it was possible to find. I don't know where the sourcing for the code is. But assuming you had a Game Genie and you knew the code, like, I think this is how you would have played, probably. Because even on the significantly easier NES version, it's just, I saw one in a retro store the other, or I guess it was like 2 months ago. But yeah, I've seen one in the flesh. It's kind of funny, because, like, everything else was, like, officially Nintendo branded, but then the Game Genie is just like, yeah, it's not an official piece of hardware. In fact, Nintendo fucking hated them. And, like, tried to take them off the market by suing them. Oh, you absolutely should, yeah. It's a good time. Mine has what was it? Not Gradius. I think, Space Harrier or something? An arcade machine that sometimes works. I don't think I've actually bought anything from there, but I go in there for the vibes, basically. Yeah, I still can't beat this one section. Oh, I got it. The rest of this is basically free. I said basically free. I think the thing with, yeah, like with retro shops, you're generally going to pay a little bit more than eBay prices. But especially for consoles, like, you know who repaired them, you can go in and, you know, there we go. So wait, what happens if you have 2 players? What happens if you have 2 players and there's only one person you have to finish? That's interesting, yeah. It might have been a condition thing. I know that Japanese cards tend to be a little cheaper. Were they both, like, loose carts, or...? Well, well, here's the same thing. You know, $20. Yeah, so half of them are $20, half of them are $50 for no particular reason. Well, this one's obviously beat up. This one has a box that's more expensive. No, Twilight Princess just... I think it is just one of the more expensive games. Yeah, like it's... Why is this one cheaper? Oh, plus inserts, okay. Yeah, the manual costs more. Yeah, like 200 doesn't seem like it's that absurd. If it's like shrink wrapped, then yeah, no, like what games are expensive and cheap is just kind of silly. Okay, let's turn this sheet off. Like there's not an obvious rhyme or reason to it. Because you'd think that like Twilight Princess, you know, it's one of the most purchased games for the GameCube, but nah. It's expensive. Like, I generally accept that, I mean, obviously they need to make money somehow, so it's gonna be a little more expensive. But I generally accept that if you see something in a retro store, it's gonna be, like, within margin of error and, you know, markup of any comparable, like, eBay game. Well, I think it's because, the Wii version specifically was what most people played, and so I think the GameCube version was, like, much less bought when it was new. Don't quote me on that, though. I think it's also preferred by some players because it doesn't have the motion controls. I would not be surprised if it was at or above MSRP for, you know. Although I guess being on the Wii U, like, the console itself has issues, right? Like NAND flashes keep dying. Oh, thank you, Fairy. And I don't know about performance. I assume that, like, Breath of the Wild runs fine on the Wii U. But, like, I know Wii U was the speedrun version, or yeah, Wii U was the speedrun version at least for a little while. All right, we take those. Nope. Okay, so let's see. If I turbo up here, and then maybe I can. Okay, just barely made it. Cool. And then we're gonna just die on the next level. There's not much I can do about it. Okay, well, actually, no, they give us 30 seconds, which means I'll die on that level after if I do this one that well. All right, nope. Oh, okay, great. First time. Close enough. Close enough to first try. And then just try and turbo it through here. Yep, sure, whatever. Okay, if the fairy doesn't show up, I'm just dead. Okay, I'm just dead. Oh gosh. All right. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Very much appreciating you saving me from the madness of marbles. Oh gosh. Make sure I don't carpal tunnel myself up here. Oh, that was super clean. Okay, we can get. If I can get this. This might be actually a fantastic run if I can play this level cleanly. I think backtracking there is still better than dying. Okay, we're just not gonna risk it on the shorter but harder path. There we go. Alright, dying there's fine. Alright, let's see. Oh. Dang it. Alright, one sec. Yeah. Alright, I will be right back. I get a headache, but that's okay. We have our Gatorade that should help out a little bit. It's a mix, so I gotta stir it. Anyway, where were we? Oh, my. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna let this kill me. Okay, okay, actually escape. Sound. Okay, that could have been worse. Fuck. Oh, you got the time fairy, nice. Nope. Not my day, I guess. Alright, let's see. Alright, that works. Alright. 30 seconds is not terrible. I think you got 35 for this next level. Oh, come on. What? Oh, fuck. Okay. Ah, come on. Alright, let's see. So... Nope. Okay, so I'm not gonna have enough time to finish the game, basically. Oh, time fairy, okay. That might save me. $19, great. Should get another 35 here. Oh, 30, okay. Nope. Alright. Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's see. I can probably first try, maybe second try. Oh, no, first try. Good enough. Alright, there we go. Come on. Good enough. Turbo. Come on. Nope. And now we just kind of fucking pray. Nope. Okay, bad. Okay, you know what? I think I've played enough of that game for the moment. Might be time for some Marble It Up Ultra. Just play it. Just unplug. Oh, my drawing tablet. Okay. Oh, moon gravity. Okay. Nope. Nope. You gotta go slow as hell on this, huh? Maybe the idea is that you can jump really high? Oh, yeah, you can just skip that whole section. Nice. And then... So, what's my percentage here? Nope. Where? Okay. Where am I supposed to... Wait, where's the... Okay, the goal is... Goal's up there. So if I... Okay. Okay. Backspin. Fuck. Okay, so we can do that, and then just basically go over here. Jump straight. Jump. Sure. Oh, those don't have a collision. Okay, good to know, I guess. Nope. Come on. Just jump over here. Backspin. Bam. Okay, now jump over here. I wonder what percentage that is. 81, okay. Okay, so I know I can jump here. Okay, so now I can jump here. Dang it. Actually, jumping faster than just... I don't think it is. I think just rolling with low gravity might be faster. Because, like, jumping puts you in the air a while, and then, like, falling is super fucking slow. Alright, I think I do want to jump here, though. Oh, where am I landing? Am I landing? Oh, okay. I don't think I've actually played this level in the campaign. Obviously, this game is, I think, better than Marble Madness. Although it's obviously not a fair comparison. You know, this game is very much directly inspired by Marble Madness, and also indirectly inspired by Marble Madness. You know, all the things that it does probably wouldn't have happened if Marble Madness, and then like Monkey Ball and all of the imitators. You know, this is like 9th, 10th generation Marble game at this point. So, like, yeah, Super Mario Bros. Still a very good video game, but I think most people would rather play, you know, Mario Odyssey, for example. But Mario Odyssey can't exist without Super Monkey Ball. You know, it can't it can't exist without Super Monkey Bros. Super Mario can't fucking talk, I guess, today. Oh. I think this is the least fun level set that I've played so far. I do not like this anti-grav mechanic. It just like slows everything down. Anti-grav and double speed. Now we'd be talking. Like it's fun that it's abusable in various ways. You can, I like skipping half the level. We've been over that, but Alright, let's see. Also, because there's no gravity, there's less friction, and so it's hard to break, which is frustrating. Okay, so we're just gonna fucking play the level. Not gonna go for speed just yet. I think I might just complete all levels and call it good for this set, because it's not that fun, you know? No, we just need to not... Oh, fuck, did I overshoot? Okay. And now I gotta re-get that. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's fucking practically turn-based. Here we go, backspin. I missed. Okay, let's just start over. It's probably easier that way. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, great. Now, goes over there. Okay, so now I can just go in there and... Okay, that's probably going to be one of the worst times, but that's fine. My headache does feel better. What the fuck does lightning do with gravity this low? I guess we don't get to find out this life. We... Okay, that's not gonna work. Can I just... Not quite. There's obviously some skip I can do here. I think I'm just going to beat the level and call it good. Again, I don't like this anti-gravity challenge as much as any of the other ones I've played. It just takes so long for anything to happen. I have no idea how that 14-second time on that challenge, like, what? Is there a way to view that replay? I would love to view that replay. Like, what the hell did they do? Maybe I shouldn't be taking this lightning. Yeah, it seems to be unhelpful. Okay. And maybe I should be using the lightning in a different direction or something. I don't think I actually need it. Did I go to the fucking moon with this? Do I have a checkpoint? I do not. Oh, and those don't have collision. Of course they don't. Nope. That skip looks possible, though. Nah, not quite. Nah. Can I... Nope. Okay, so that will work. Maybe. I mean, because the gravity's so low, I basically need no momentum to get across this gap. Mental jump. Nah. Oh. Okay, well. Okay, so wait. What happens if I jump here? Use this as a platform. Wait. Ah. Okay, grab that lightning. Fuck. Oh, wait, actually, I can... No. I can just take this jump blind. And backspin a little bit. Slow myself down. Alright, nice. And then we can just... Okay, great. Okay, where's the goal? It's over there, I guess. So I can just... Oh. Okay, so... I just... Okay... Where am I supposed to be going? Where's the goal? Where's the goal? Goal is... Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm not getting a top... I'm not getting a top time here. This level's really boring normally, too. Okay, sure, we take those. Ooh. No gravity, so friction's basically not a problem. Okay, I'm just gonna take that checkpoint because if we replay this whole level, it'll take 10 minutes to get there, but we can do that. Okay, great. So collect this, jump here, hard backspin. This goes up. I can honestly just, fuck. Up, up, up. There we go. Okay, can we just go all the way to the goal, maybe, hopefully, please. Okay, oh, and we got it. Nice. Yeah, no, obviously I didn't. These bumpers are gonna be so fucking lethal if I hit one. And I'm dead. Okay. Oh, and I have to stick the ground because I don't know how to deal with anti-grav and jumping. It just doesn't make sense to my brain. And of course, because there's no gravity, can't fucking break. Can maybe... What happens if I hit a... No, that goes backwards. I wonder if this is the one Guillotine said would required using all the bounce pads, or whatever they're called, the bumpers. Just gotta really go real slow. Actually, if I... Wait, these two have similar gravity, so if I fall off here, I'll keep falling in the right direction. Oh, I need to collect fucking gems too, huh? Okay, well there's a checkpoint at least, okay. Okay. Okay, I guess this is what we're doing. and then jump off, crash into any of these anti-grav panels. Beautiful. Reset my gravity. Okay, now okay, show me the fucking goal. Show me the fucking goal. Oh. Okay. Okay. So I'm going down a gem. Gem's over there. I can just hit the gravity wall. Great. Oh. Hi, cat. Oh, kitty cat wants some love and attention. Gaming cat. I can pay you a little bit. Yeah, no. Good cat. Oh, kitty cat. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. What? Okay, fine. Off the floor. I'm gonna call that a stream so I can pet my cat. Alright, bye-bye. Love y'all.